Let's take you to the county of Mombasa now. NTV's Kevin Mutai can bring us up to speed with what's happening there. Kevin, there are reports that matatus over there have actually stayed off the roads. Can you verify that?
Well, thank you so much, Smriti. Well, of course, that is the situation currently in Mombasa. And as you can see, we are live from the bus terminus at the ferry in Likoni, where actually this particular place normally connects those passengers coming, rather arriving from the other side of South Coast, coming to North Coast using ferry services. But you can imagine thousands of them have been coming through this particular terminus, getting to different places in this particular region. But as you can see, the place is empty. The only available means of transportation in this particular place are only tuk-tuks, and of course we've had reports that some of them have hiked fares despite the strict measures by the government, warning them that anybody who will be found to have increased fares above the normal rates will of course be punished. And this is a situation that has really, according to some of the residents that we've spoke to, they're saying that it is really biting them, and of course urging the government to kind of come up with other ways and probably re-strategize on how to come up with these ways of enforcing Michuki rules. Here with me are some of just a few residents who are always here. They're saying that of course it has, the transport crisis also affected their businesses. Some of them saying that normally they don't. The rate at which their goods are going in the market, of course, has gone down, with people opting to choose, or rather to seek alternative places where they can find those particular products. It is something that's saying that it has affected them, and of course trying to ask the government to at least favor their situation and take it easy on the operators who actually they've kept off their vehicles from the roads, plying different routes in Mombasa. This is because most of them are afraid that their vehicles might be impounded. Of course, yesterday the Mombasa Owners Association chairperson from this particular coastal region said that over 90% of matatus in this particular coastal region do not comply with the Michuki rules. And of course, this is something that is of great concern in this particular region, as today in the morning we saw thousands of commuters trekking to their various workplaces, of course from all the way from Shanzu. You can imagine meeting someone at the Nyali Bridge where the operation is being conducted, complaining that since morning they woke up at 5. Most of them woke up at 5 a.m. in the morning, and as at 7 they were still on the road going to different places. Let's just speak to a few of the residents here to just give us a glimpse of how they think this particular enforcement of Michuki rules is being conducted. Ningeomba kuzungumza nayo. Kwanza nieleze majina yako, waitwa nani, alafu nieleze unaonaje utekelezaji wa sheria hizi za Michuki.
Kwa majina naitwa Hassan Matela. Tungeomba serikali itutegezee kidogo, kwa sababu watu wote sasa hii kila wanapata shida, kama vile mnavyoona hapa hakuna magari. Kwa hivyo tungepewa hata kama ni muda wa wiki 2, wenye magari nao wapate nafasi ya kutengeza magari yao. At least ndio hii sheria tuziendeleze. Tunazikataa kwa sababu ya usalama ni sawa, lakini tungepewa muda kidogo, kwa kuwa tunaweza kutengeneza, watu wakatengeneza magari yao, sheria zikafuatiliwa. Lakini kwa sasa watu wengi wanapata shida sana.
Haya, tuzungumze na mama njoo hapa kidogo. Ulikuwa unasema kwamba biashara yako imeathirika. Hebu tueleze ni kivipi?
Imeathirika sana kwa sababu kama matatu zafanya hii biashara itatoka. Biashara yangu biashara ambayo ni huduma muhimu, kwa sababu mtu akila, akiwa wasafiri, akinywa, lazima atakuja pale ingie ajisaidie. Lakini kwa sasa inshuka hakuna hata mtu mmoja ingie, kwa sababu mtu akishuka tu kwenye feri mbio wakimbilia nini, atafuta ile kuwa ende zake afike mapema. Ataingia saa ngapi jamani? Tuomba serikali tuangalie, manake tuumia. Sasa kama si wananchi wa chini tufanye nini? Mumatiang jamani, na tuangalie hizi sheria zake nyingine wazieka. Ngumu hatuwezani. Ngumu. Hatujakataa lakini ngumu.
Well, of course, like you just heard, is that some of them are not against this particular traffic laws, but they're saying what the government should have done is considered the Mwananchi at various places across the country and find ways to properly enforce these particular rules, saying that most of their businesses have gone down, claiming that it has in one way or another affected their daily income, because like the one that we just spoke to, saying that of course there's no one actually going into her business because there are no more, the number of those who come to this particular bus stage looking for the bus services, of course the number has gone down, and of course complaining that this is something that really needs to be looked on, and of course urging leaders and of course other stakeholders in the transport sector to come together and try to address this particular issue. Remember, the government has been clear on this particular issue, saying that it is not going to back down despite the pressure from some of the public service vehicle owners keeping all their vehicles off the roads, because the government thinks that this is a way of intimidation. But of course it is very strict on this issue, asking the operators and all other owners of public transport to of course adhere to these Michuki rules to be able to keep their vehicles on the road. Back to you, Smriti.